Breaking news! In what is rapidly becoming one of the most sensational managerial sagas in English football, reports are swirling that Manchester City are closely monitoring the situation of Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, amid growing uncertainty surrounding his future should the North London side fail to secure the Premier League title this season. The pressure at Arsenal has reached boiling point. After coming agonizingly close in recent campaigns, expectations this year have been enormous. The club hierarchy, supporters, and former legends believe the time has come for silverware. There is a feeling within sections of the board that if Arsenal once again fall short in the title race, serious questions will be asked about whether Arteta is the man to finally deliver the trophy that has eluded them for so long. Sources close to the situation suggest that while Arteta retains strong backing from parts of the Arsenal leadership, patience is not infinite. The Premier League has become fiercely competitive, and finishing second or third is no longer viewed as acceptable progress for a club of Arsenal's stature. If they fail to lift the trophy, discussions about a potential managerial change could intensify dramatically. At the same time, uncertainty is also building at Manchester City regarding the future of Pep Guardiola. Guardiola, who has delivered unprecedented domestic dominance and multiple trophies at the Etihad, is reportedly considering stepping away at the end of the season. After years of relentless success, there are suggestions that the Spaniard may seek a new challenge or even take a sabbatical from football. Manchester City's leadership are well aware that replacing Guardiola would be one of the most difficult tasks in modern football. His tactical brilliance, attention to detail, and winning mentality have defined an era. However, if he departs, the club would need a successor who understands the philosophy, the structure, and the expectations that come with managing a global powerhouse. That is where Mikel Arteta's name enters the conversation. Arteta is no stranger to Manchester City. Before taking the Arsenal job, he served as Guardiola's trusted assistant at the Etihad, playing a key role in shaping the team's tactical framework and development. During his time there, City won multiple league titles and domestic cups. Insiders at City have always spoken highly of Arteta's football intelligence, leadership qualities, and deep understanding of Guardiola's methods. If Guardiola leaves and Arteta becomes available, Manchester City could view him as the ideal continuity candidate, someone capable of maintaining the club's identity while also bringing his own evolution to the system. Unlike an external appointment who might require time to adapt, Arteta already knows the club's culture, the infrastructure, and many of the players. However, the situation is complicated. For Arsenal, losing Arteta to a direct title rival would be a bitter blow. The Spaniard has rebuilt the squad, instilled discipline, and restored belief at the Emirates. Many fans credit him with transforming Arsenal from a rebuilding project into genuine title contenders. Even if the club falls short this season, there is a strong argument that progress under Arteta has been undeniable. Yet football can be ruthless. If the board concludes that Arsenal need a different voice to take the final step, and Manchester City are prepared to offer Arteta a return to familiar surroundings with a ready-made winning machine, the temptation could be enormous. From Manchester City's perspective, timing will be everything. They cannot publicly pursue Arteta while Guardiola remains in charge. Out of respect and professionalism, any approach would likely occur only if Guardiola formally announces his departure. But contingency planning is already believed to be underway behind closed doors. Financially, prying Arteta away from Arsenal would not be straightforward. He remains under contract, and compensation would likely be substantial. Yet Manchester City have the resources and ambition to secure their preferred target if they truly believe he is the right man for the next chapter. The broader Premier League landscape adds even more intrigue. A managerial switch of this magnitude would reshape the title race dynamics. If Arteta moves to City, Arsenal would need to find a successor capable of maintaining their upward trajectory, while City would aim to preserve their dominance under new leadership. For Pep Guardiola, his legacy at Manchester City is already secure. Multiple league titles, domestic cups, and unforgettable European nights have cemented his place in the club's history. Should he choose to leave, it would mark the end of a golden era. The identity he crafted, possession-based control, tactical fluidity, relentless pressing, would be difficult to replicate. Arteta, having studied under Guardiola for years, represents perhaps the closest stylistic match available. Yet he has also shown at Arsenal that he is willing to adapt, to build younger squads, and to inject physicality alongside technical excellence. His managerial growth has been evident season after season. As it stands, everything hinges on two major factors: whether Arsenal win the Premier League and whether Pep Guardiola decides to step away from Manchester City. There is a growing belief in football circles that Mikel Arteta would be the perfect successor to Pep Guardiola if the legendary coach ever decides to step down from his role at Manchester City. The connection between the two managers runs deep, built on years of collaboration, trust, and shared football philosophy. Arteta worked as Guardiola's assistant at Manchester City from 2016 to 2019. During that period, City experienced one of the most dominant eras in English football, winning multiple Premier League titles and domestic trophies. Arteta was not just a background figure. He played a key tactical role on the training ground, contributing ideas, analyzing opponents, and helping shape the team's structure. Those years under Guardiola were crucial for Arteta's development. He learned from one of the greatest tactical minds in modern football, studying the details of positional play, high pressing, and intelligent ball circulation. Many insiders at City have previously praised Arteta's sharp football brain and his ability to communicate complex tactical concepts clearly to players. When Arteta left to become head coach of Arsenal, some questioned whether he was ready for such a big challenge. However, over time, he has proven that he has grown into a top-level manager. He rebuilt Arsenal with a clear identity, focusing on discipline, structure, and long-term development. Under his leadership, Arsenal returned to being serious title contenders, playing attractive yet effective football. What makes Arteta a strong candidate to replace Guardiola is not just their history together, but the continuity he would bring. Manchester City have built their entire sporting structure around Guardiola's philosophy. Appointing someone who understands that philosophy deeply would reduce the risk of tactical disruption. Arteta already knows the club's culture, expectations, and high standards. At the same time, Arteta has shown that he is not simply a copy of Guardiola. At Arsenal, he introduced his own ideas, blending technical quality with physical intensity and defensive stability. His teams are organized, aggressive without the ball, and composed in possession. This balance shows that he has matured as a manager and developed his own identity. Another important factor is leadership. Guardiola has always demanded discipline, focus, and professionalism. Arteta shares those traits. Former players have spoken about his demanding nature and attention to detail. That mentality would be essential at Manchester City, where the expectation is to compete for every trophy every season. Furthermore, Arteta's experience in the Premier League is invaluable. He understands the intensity, the competition, and the tactical diversity of English football. Replacing Guardiola with a coach unfamiliar with the league could carry risks, but Arteta would arrive already adapted to its challenges. Of course, stepping into Guardiola's shoes would be a massive responsibility for anyone. Pep's legacy at Manchester City includes domestic dominance and tactical innovation that reshaped English football. But if there is one manager who truly understands the foundations of that success, it is Mikel Arteta. Having worked side by side with Guardiola and having grown significantly as a head coach, Arteta appears to combine continuity with evolution. For many observers, that makes him not just a possible option, but arguably the best natural successor should Manchester City begin a new chapter after Guardiola.